Hi guys, Todd here again with TW Home Show, back with another 3D print. I'd like to share it with you. This is a design that I created myself, came up with the idea in my head. What made me think of this design was a more compact design of a rotating sign that I did previously. I'll leave a link to that video above. That was several years ago. It was a motorized Ford sign. So this is something that I wanted to make to where viewers like you with 3D printers and wanted ideas and didn't really want to start from scratch but could make something custom, because with this one you've got inserts that you could put on each side of your sign, and you can custom design this. You can take business logos or anything like that and create your own unique sign for your office or your business or your home, just for decoration. As you can see, it does light up. It's got a built-in night light in it, and it's also got a motion sensor in it. That's why it stopped just now. And I like to put the motion sensor in it because I don't want to build something with a motor that potentially gets warm for long periods of time if you run it. And I don't want people to build this and have it running 24/7 and something happen to where you have a meltdown or some kind of electrical issue. So I designed this one a little bit smarter with a smart motion sensor with a built-in timer, so you can adjust it. If it picks up motion, it will go on within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, I believe, something like that. It's got time interval settings. So here it is, it started up again. So it's pointed out to my window, so it probably picked up some motion out there at the pool area. So it's very unique. Now the motor does come with a switch like this. So it comes with a plug, the cord, unfinished end cord, and a rocker switch right here to turn it on and off manually if you wish. And this is the actual motor that comes with that cord. Now I'm going to show you all the components you need to purchase if you want to do this design here. So I'll leave all the links, product links, in the video description below this video. This is the actual motor. It's got a nut right here that you can screw on the top of the motor. The motor sits into the top. And then this is the motion sensor with a few wires. This is the night light socket that you can wire in. And I bought these special cool LED light bulbs that will fit inside of this print with plenty of room, no problem at all. It's a very bright night light bulb LED. And you'll also need, I like using these Wago adapters for the electrical connections. You just pull the levers back, put your connector ends in, and then just close the levers like that. These make it really easy, and they're fairly safe as well. So stick around. We're going to get into this, and we're going to actually go over the 3D printed pieces that you need to print and show you how to put this together. We're going to put a second sign together right here in this video. Stay tuned. And we're back. So let's go over the pieces we need. It's a total of 8 pieces, but if you use a Bamboo Lab X1 carbon printer with multiple filament colors that you can use, it's going to make this project more unique for you and quicker to print. I also have the Anchormate M5 printer that's like 10 times faster than the normal printer. And this is the sign base post right here. And I made this, if you print this upside down, actually, yeah, this is right side up. If you print it upside down on a bed like this, you don't need any supports. And you don't need any supports to print any of the pieces here, believe it or not. So we got the sign base, we got the, actually, this is the base platform right here. Print it on the base bed like that. No supports needed. This is the lid or top of the sign post right here, or motor cover. This is the interior sign right here, the middle part that's white or whatever color you choose to print this in, and it prints in the nut insert here where the motor nut would fit into this snugly like that. And then you get the outer shell. Now this outer shell has a back lip already printed into it. And then you have the other side lip right here that's printed in a ring, pressurized ring that fits in to keep all the signs, both sides, pressured together. And then the best part about this project, guys, are the sign options. Now I'm going to leave the link to this print and all the products that you need to make this work and put it together in the video description below. But this is where you can have fun. I just made a sampling of different ones here. Got the Tesla one, got a Coors Light one. See, this is where you need the Bamboo Lab printer with multicolor printing. And these things you can print like in under 45 minutes, multicolor. If you do something like the one color, that takes about, I don't know, 30 minutes. But see, even though this is multicolor, if you print something like this where it's cut out and it's up against this base middle plate, it's almost like having a multicolor print like this because you got two colors in showing through. And we got a Walt Disney World logo, sign front, multicolor Harley Davidson cycles, and I even made a Corvette logo. So have fun. You can make it, you can customize, do whatever you want. Like on this one here, I made my TW Home Show and Golden Security on the other side. So I'm going to put this together with I like this color combination here on our sign here. So let's go ahead and start putting this together. So we need to put our sign together. First, take the outer ring and the first side of your sign, put it in there. Remember, you got to get it perpendicular with that hole right there because that's where the bottom is. Put the middle in, make sure the printed nut insert is facing out through the hole. Which we got there. Then the other side of your sign, make sure that's facing up, level. And then use your pressure retainer ring right here, 3D printed, and fit that in there. Should fit in nicely like that. And it keeps everything sandwiched together for you. And there's your sign. I really like this design. So now we got to get this thing motorized. So we got to take our motor here, and this is just a drop-in. You don't need any retainers or anything. The weight of the motor actually holds it down in place. So just fish your wires down here. Actually, you know what we've got to do first? It's a little bit more difficult, is to get our night light socket in. And you got to fish those wires down through the hole inside here while putting this and the nut on the bottom. And this is where you're going to need slim fingers. You might have to get one of your kids to help you put this together. So I'm going to put this in the hole, the wires in the holes, kind of bend this right here so it fits in there too. And I got it in. Now I got to get the nut up in there. And this is where I say it's the most difficult part, because you got to fit your fingers up in there and get the nut threaded on there. And I remember this is one of the hardest parts to do for me. Oh, I got it. You got to get lucky with that one. You got to get it threaded, started threaded, and then you can turn it with your fingertips. And just get it snug so it doesn't rattle. Just with your fingertips there. All right, we got that in. Night light is inserted. Now let's put our motion sensor on. This one comes pre-wired like this, and it's got a nut on the back as well. So we're going to insert this in the front here. And first you might want to check your settings. we're going to do deep, dark, light. It's got deep, dark, light, dark, all day. I'm going to switch to all day, and I'm going to have it run for just 45 seconds until it shuts off, and then it will, when it picks up motion, it'll run for another 45 seconds. Insert the wires in there. It should fit in there just right, perfect fit. And then we got to fish the nut, retainer nut, through the wires. And then again, thread this on the back of the motion sensor. This is a little bit easier to do than the night lights. All right, are you guys thinking of different signs that you can design for this? I've got the size of the roundness, diameter, and thickness that you need, and the files. So you just got to come up with your unique logo designs. Okay, we got our motion sensor in there. Now, we just got to fish our wire in here first, because like I said, nothing holds this in. It's just the weight of it sitting on top holds it in. But we got to get our wiring done first before we can set it up right. So I'm going to fish the motor wires in here. And then we've got all of our wires out here exposed. And some of these wires are going to be too long, I think, for the Wago connectors. All right, we got a pair of clippers, and I just want these about 1/4 inch long each. So I'm going to clip these that are a little bit longer. Pre-twist them. And these other smaller ones look pretty good, except for these. About 1/4 inch long. Now, I'm just going to turn this over and copy this wiring, because I'm actually going to take the sign off here, because I forget how it's wired, because you've got to wire it in correctly so that the sensor is wired to, turn everything on and off. So here's our cord here coming in. I'm going to open Wago connectors here. Connect one to there. One to there. And then we've got a blue and a brown cord. It's the blue outer one on the motion sensor. The blue outer cord on the motion sensor. Goes to the main power cord coming in. That goes blue to blue here. Put that in. And then the brown from the motion sensor goes brown to brown on the power coming in. Just lock those on the other side of the Wago sensors like that. There we go. Now, I can already tell I need more Wago locks. Let me go get a couple more. What is it? They have this funky little Wago, double-sided Wago connector that's included with the motor and the motion sensor, I believe. So those are the ones I want to use on these. Just press the lever down on the side you want it to go in, and press the lever down on the other side to get them in. Make sure you get it in so all the wires are completely in there and not exposed. So you don't want exposed wires. Okay, and then on the other side coming out, you've got blue going to the black side, blue going to the black and blue side over here. Press it down on that side, put it in, and then you've got your yellow motion sensor going in to the white side, to the white and blue side. Put that in. Now we should have power. just going to test it real quick before we mount it up right. Just to make sure we've wired everything correctly. Plug it in. Hit the rocker switch. Okay, the motor's running. But the light, oh, we didn't put our bulb in. And we're back. All right, I got the bulb in. One thing I wanted to show you here, the last thing, you want to tie a knot right here at the bottom. Not real tight, just so that it doesn't come out the bottom real easily. And then make sure all your cords are tucked in there as neat as you can get them. Who knows, maybe you might want to take electrical tape and really get it nice and neat in there. But I got it stuffed in there like that, as you can see. I'll take my base plate here now. Have your cord coming out the slot on the back with a knot inside. And there we go. Now our motor, like I said, it's got some weight to it, so it will hold itself in place once we tuck the wires in there. And, you know, of course the nut or the shaft goes toward the middle of the top of the sign post, so your sign is centered. Okay. That fits right in there. Okay. Now we need our top cap. I'm going to go ahead and take off the top nut here. It's got a little locking pin on the bottom of it. And just loosen that, take that out, put our top plate motor cover on, and then take our double-sided sign, insert our nut into the bottom there, into that fitting, and it's just a pressure fit. And you may want to glue it or use some clear silicone sealant so that it doesn't work its way back out. And you got to make sure it's in there square, and be delicate with it because you're working with plastic. Well, depending on what you print your pieces with, I just use PLA. Put this on, slide it down the shaft there. Let's see, I'm going to lift it up just a bit so we can tighten the retainer pin. There we have it, guys. What do you think? Let's go ahead and plug it in. Verify our work. Yes. There we go. What do you think, guys? I like the slow moving motor. You got to pick the correct RPMs of motors. They make ones that spin faster if you want, but I like this speed right here. And you might have to tweak your signs if they're tilted a little bit. You know, they just rotate within the outer sleeve right here. But so that's it, guys. What did you think? Leave your comments below. I'd like to know if you like this design. I'd like to know what ideas you're going to use on your sign creations, if you're going to use it in your home or office or business. And like I said, everything, all the links you need to build one for yourself is in the video description below. And guys, I'll see you on the next one.